Your emotional state is really important, and your ability to control that is super important. And that's where the power is at. Black men don't understand power, but we go back to this archetype that Mark Lamont Hill has. So, someone like this, and I don't want to I don't want to reduce it to you ain't getting no bitches, but someone like this, I can't imagine you have a healthy relationship with women if if he likes them. I'm not sure if he likes females, um, or not. But what the issue also is that he doesn't have a healthy relationship with his own masculinity. In his mind, he thinks being real, being honest, living for yourself, doing what's in your best interest as a man in terms of what men like. This is a Negro who he's a part. Matter of fact, he's a part of the population of black men who have a really hard time not seeing other black women like their mother and feeling like, oh well, you have the same authority as my mother. A lot of black men move like that, yo. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and share this real quick. I got to turn this rice off. I'm gonna just play one more time, and we'll go through it.
In front of this jury, it's ridiculous. I understand you don't have any bad intent, Pierce. I understand what you're trying to do, but we already know she's racist, and I don't want to invite a racial harm to me.
I hear you, and I accept that, and we'll leave it there.
I don't want to live in a country where you can say an inappropriate, rude thing, which, by the way, black people can say things to white people all the time, and they never get canceled. There's no backlashing about this. I want to live in a country where people are allowed to say what they want unashamedly, and you will
well, go
not
on, then
have
say it. Say
you
the
will
M-
not have
go on, say
speech.
go on, say the M word. Go on.
No.
Hang on.
Invite, no. I don't want you to invite this woman to say a racially harmful term in front of me, because I'm the only on here. So if she says it, I'm the victim of it. So please don't invite her for ratings to call me the N-word, because that's basically what it's going to be. There's a bunch of white people up here, you and one Uncle Tom on the left here, and to ask her to say the N-word while I'm here is ridiculous. You would not sit here with a Jewish person and say, please use a Jewish slur in front of this Jewish. It's ridiculous. I understand you don't have any bad intent, Pierce. I understand what you're trying to do, but we already know she's racist, and I don't want to invite a racial harm to me.
I hear you, and I accept that, and we'll leave it there.
I don't want to live in a country where you can say an inappropriate, rude thing, which, by the way, black people can say things to white people all the time, and they never get canceled. There's no backlashing about this. I want to live in a country where people are allowed to say what they want unashamedly, and you will
well, go
not
on, then
have
say it. Say
you
the
will
M-
not have
go on,
free speech.
go on, say the M word. Go on.
No.
Hang on.
I don't want you to invite this woman to say a racially harmful term in front of me, because I'm the only on here. So if she,
You got the white girl laughing at him. Oh my gosh! First of all, he supposed to keep it. You wearing a blazer, my boy. You supposed to keep it playing and don't do no sudden movements. You're doing sudden movements. You saw baseball. You can't move your arms around. With blazers, you walk. Let the arms swing naturally. Okay, you can't point. You got to unbutton the blazer to point at shit. Okay, you got the white girl laughing at you. You know what that really says about Negroes like you. So basically, what the world saw, and this is the thing about black people. Black people really do not understand how the rest of the world sees you, and you think that you are the only people in the fucking world. You're the only people who have opinions, and again, that's that leftist shit, because it keeps you in a bubble, and it gives you tunnel vision, where you only can see what's right in front of you rather than being able to see the whole panorama. Okay? And be able to see everything at once. Black people think very much like this. Not even this. Like this. And then you wonder why you be losing. Because a lot of things that we buy into is really just a loser mindset. Because you embracing bad outcomes. Okay? Black people will really sit here and argue with you about stuff like whether or not a child benefits or rises to their highest potential by having both parents. All because of feelings. Like I told y'all the other day, things can happen, but when you are a man, there's nothing wrong with having feelings. There's nothing wrong with feeling some kind of way about stuff. But you can't make how you feel be more important than what you do next. You got to take action. You got to get after it. You got to do what it takes. And that's part of being a man too. You're not willing to do what it takes. In that moment, so I had to ask, if them white folks would all decided they're gonna all start saying the N-word and start saying, nigga, nigga, don't believe me, just watch. Nigga, please. All types of N-bombs. What would he have done? He basically went into a whole soliloquy. But one of the biggest things he did was he took something that wasn't about him and made it about him. That no one was talking to him. No one was talking to him. He interrupted those people, right? Not only that, Pierce was trying to make good TV. He was trying to make a moment. This is what he does. And you know what else? That was funny. Challenging her to say nigga was funny. Because she wasn't going to say it. And Marc Lamont Hill knows that she wasn't about to say nigga. But do not invite this woman. He said don't invite. I said, yo, hold on, nigga. You've been waiting. Like this, your word choice was way too smooth, okay? And I was thinking about this shit earlier. Leftist thinking, and you see it right here with old boy. You want to have the prestige of someone who's a freedom fighter, someone like a Martin Luther King. It's like in a moment like that, leftist people think that there's strength in having an "I Have a Dream" speech, or being able to kind of basically fight for justice by just standing up and saying I disagree. But the thing is this, black man, I have to challenge you to this. What are your outcomes, and what are your actual results, and what's your relationship with that? Because the reality is this: when you're dealing with people, you never let them know what bothers you, especially when you're in mixed company. So you let everyone up there know that these are your weaknesses, and this is how they can get you out of your square. This white lady made a good point yesterday. See if I still have it up. Where she was talking about how black fatigue is real, and she was saying that white people have to come on this app every single day and be called racial slurs. All right? And it's like, if you do not want to be called racial slurs, if you do not want people to talk to you a certain kind of way, then you have to stop calling white people racial slurs. Black people do it all goddamn day long. You know what I'm saying? And that's another issue with someone like Marc Lamont Hill, is that this is someone who will basically also approve of black people's version of racism. We saw it all throughout the Kendrick Lamar and Drake thing. It was all about basically our version of being racist. You know what I'm saying? So how niggas is treating Drake is the same way that how white people also treat mulattoes or mixed people. Where it's like, you're not really one of us. Like you're not, you know what I'm saying? You're not like us. Basically, like you're not ignorant and ill cultured, and you're not evil like us. Because honestly, real talk, a lot of behaviors that we uphold in the community and whatnot, it's really behavior from evil people. But anyway, I want to also share this clip that Myron also made on this on this John right here.
Words where it's majority white because I know I'm safe. Now, this uncomfortable reality that no one wants to say, so I'll say it for them. Black people commit a lot of crimes. The majority of the violent crime committed in the United States is committed by a small percentage of people, and they tend to be black men. Look, but the political correctness and being nice and not wanting to tell the truth is precisely this problem. And the reason why you're seeing all this support for Metcalf and Shiloh, etc., is because white people have not been able to step up and say what they want to say for a very long time because of what I said before, systemic, organized, where they don't take accountability for their decisions. Here's the thing. Black people could be as tribal as they want to be. You have people like Tariq Nasheed, Dr. Umar Johnson running around about black power and marry black women and keep it in the hood and all this other stuff. But if white people assemble and say, you know what, white power, we need to keep our nation white, they're immediately ostracized and labeled as supremacists, and they get banned off every single platform. I find that interesting. Black people practice the very racism they cry about. You guys can gather together and say Black Lives Matter, Black Power, but if white people get together and say white power and gather together, they're considered white supremacists and they get banned off every single platform. Why is that Jared Taylor and Nick Fuentes are banned off every platform for practicing white nationalism, but black people are allowed to stand every single platform getting interviews on a Breakfast Club? Explain that to me. There's a two-tier situation here where black people are able to benefit off of being racist while whites are not. And what we're dealing with right now in America is literally a backlash to this black supremacy has been able to run around unchecked for a long time. Nobody flipped out like this when the United States was getting destroyed in 2020 because of black protests destroying every liberal city in America. So I don't want to hear it about, oh, she made $500,000 because she said the N-word. Who cares? They destroyed billions of dollars of structure because someone got killed who was a criminal. That's the problem in America. Black people don't want to live around black people. I don't want to live around a bunch of black people. I moved to neighborhoods where it's majority white because I know I'm safe. Now, this is uncomfortable reality that no one wants to say, so I'll say.
So, this is probably around the conversation about basically this viral clip of this crazy white lady calling this black person on this black kid the N word and accusing the little boy of trying to go through her purse and whatnot. Crazy situation, right? And so now you're starting to hear this term about black fatigue. All right, but what they're really kind of saying is, to be honest with you, is they're talking about black women mostly, and the kind of men that these single mothers raise. Okay, and the kind of black people that actually, for the most part, somehow have become the face. All right, over the years, the artists that they're putting on or they're putting in front of y'all have become dumber and dumber and dumber. And I've been realizing that, like, wow, like, you know, we have a lot of people on social media, in the news. I mean, I'm sorry, not news, but just media in general. Like, I was watching Love at the Lockup, and I was watching one, like, the young people on there, Julian. And I was like, wow, he does not really sound intelligent at all. But then again, I mean, he's young, but he sounds like he's like 15 years old. Like, he has no conversation. Super handsome cat. You know what I'm saying? You know, ladies love him and whatnot. But, like, he has no direction, no idea who he is, no sense of righteousness. He's like, and not only that, he come across as a little slow, a little bit. But anywho, now as far as when you say the majority of crimes that are done by black people, that's not. I don't think that's true at all. First of all, we're a minority. And there's way more white dudes, and that's like, no, white men are at the top of every list. But it is true that in a lot of our communities, right? And the other day when I had that conversation, like, with my people, and they was arguing about whether or not a child reaches their highest potential being around their father, right? And I'm like, yo, if women had this figured out and they knew how to lead a community, then why is it that every community that's predominantly black is the most dangerous place in the world? Not even that. Everywhere in the world where there's a lot of single mothers is the most dangerous place you could be. Everywhere where there's a mother and a father in every home is one of the safest places you can be. Basic observations. But it's that loser mentality. Because a part of the loser mentality is sabotaging. Always self-sabotaging and sabotaging those around you. So the young lady, when she was speaking, as far as in the scenario I'm talking about, she doesn't realize she's doing it, but basically she's executing Order 66, where whenever these conversations come up that involve the motherhood or the mothering from black women, to challenge that. To challenge it as if, no, that's not true, that's not true. No, we're amazing, we're doing amazing. Your relationship with the truth, yo, it's not good. It's not good. When you got a bad relationship with the truth, that means that you lie to yourself. It also means that you lie to other people. You don't even realize it. And that's not life. You get what I'm saying? It's not life. So just overall, man, black people need to be able to have these conversations and be able to hear this kind of stuff so that we can compete. The reason why it sounds so harsh is because we've fallen behind so far. And we've fallen behind so far from single mother-led households or single mother-led households and having these basically not having family. And the kids not having structure, and what happens is you are less likely to be able to compete unless you have your father with you as much as possible. Even with my son being autistic, right? And for the most part being mentally challenged. but he's gonna overcome all that stuff. Sometimes I be forgetting. Yeah, I guess he is mentally challenged. I guess you would say he is slow. You know what I'm saying? But he's gonna overcome all that. You want to see him overcome all that. You know what I'm saying? There was a time where I didn't think he was gonna talk. You know what I'm saying? And now, we have conversations now. You know what I mean? Or we're able to have a back and forth, and I'm able to teach him things and explain things to him and explain concepts to him. You know what I mean? But it's about taking the time and making sure to pass on everything. So I think in our generation, men, if you're watching this channel, make sure you might have to fight to do it, but you gotta pass things on to the young men and talk to them. Even though young men are not gonna look at you like, hey, older guy, come talk to me, but say a few words to them. Teach them to say hello and good morning and good evening and speak up. Don't be around people that don't say shit. I mean, I get it. I mean, I probably did the same thing when I was younger, you know. But if you're not teaching, if they're not leading, I had to realize like, damn, if I want to have a certain kind of interaction, I'm going to have to control the interaction. I'm big on good morning and hello, how are you, and manners and whatnot. I'll come to find out if I want that to happen, I make sure I come project good morning. How you doing? Good morning. How you doing? How you doing? Good evening. Hey, how's it going? Well, I make sure, you know what I'm saying, that I say it very clear and loud and everything so that you respond and all. But what it does is remind that person, yo, yeah, I should say good morning.